That was good.
Doesn't matter really, but yeah, I'm surprised they fleshed out. If you think about it, that whole episode was a side quest.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is unusual considering the pace that we've been going, that they've just decided to focus on. I'm not complaining because that's a very, very Shenmue-esque episode, that one.
I think I think Sheep, you're right. You're getting one Wude per episode, and I think you'll get leaving Hong Kong and the fourth Wude together to then get 4 episodes in Kowloon. Excuse me.
So they've introduced Ren already, in a sense, although he's not met Rio as such. So 100% next episode, they're going to meet, I would say. So trying to think what the other Wude is the barbershop, right? So I'm trying to think of how he gets to go to the barbershop and meet Ren. What's the context there?
He's got to save...
I suppose it's different context now, isn't it?
He's got to save Quixing as well from the land sharks.
True. But then we're going to get Chawan sign then at that point, aren't we?
Yeah, we are.
So I wonder if are they going to be mixing the Wude into the Chawan sign, do you reckon?
I think they may do, and I think we're going to get books. If he's staying at her apartment, I think we're going to get some chores at Manmo
I think
Temple.
he's going to do some books to find the Woodland shoe.
Aspiration is the next episode.
Aspiration. Okay. Yeah, I'm holding true to that. I reckon if he does books, he's going to do that to find the Woolin shoe, which is going to have the paper. Then he goes to Quicksand or whatever.
Yeah.
Solves the land sharks shit. Learns the Chowan sign. Maybe I'm trying to think. Actually, isn't the barbershop right next to Do Jiang Diner?
It's in the same. Yeah, it's pretty much. Yeah, further down the street. It's nigh on opposite. Yeah.
So that could be an in there. As he's going around testing Chowan sign. Maybe something stumbles on the guy. I don't know. Just thinking out loud.
Yeah, I think we're getting a Wooden episode here, which is good because it's funny, isn't it? I mean, Shenmue 1, they've hammered through it really quickly, which is fine. I have no problem with it. But they're slowing it down here a lot. I like that. It's good. They're giving some context to this stuff. Yeah, Zhonghuang, his backstory, him actually showing us the martial arts is really cool as well. I don't know. It feels right to slow it down. Kowloon, could it be rushed? Maybe. But I think if you have 4 episodes in Kowloon, that's enough. I think you can do it. I think you can do Kowloon.
I read that comment from Silver Wyvern. He says barbershop guy was involved in the fake fight. Did anyone else spot that?
I didn't see it. I wasn't paying attention to it at the time. I'll have to have a look back at it. Possibly before we record the podcast, I'll have a quick look. But I didn't see it, but I'll have a look. I'm really impressed with that. It's a different episode to last week's in terms of the pacing, in terms of the content we got. But it fits really well. This felt, in my book, the most Shenmue of the episodes that we've had. In terms of slowing it down, fleshing things out, bit of investigation. I know as a Shenmue fan, it fits the Shenmue feel more, which is great. But I also think from a television point of view, you're going to have episodes where things have to slow down because you've got to set everything up for the end, haven't you? And this is what you're doing. You're starting to put the seeds to set things up to finish it, so you get that big high point at the end, which we know is the rooftop.
And I think that if a non-Shenmue fan's still watching at this point, they're going to watch till the end, aren't they? Do you know what I mean? They're invested enough. They've invested 6 episodes. So this is probably about the right time to have a nice slow episode, actually, because it fleshes stuff out a bit more. I mean, you've got to think there's so many characters in Shenmue 2 that are going to have like 1 episode moments otherwise, aren't they? So at least we've had a few episodes already with Joy. Yeah. And we're planning on getting a couple more still. Fang Mei's been introduced today, so we could be seeing a couple more with her, hopefully. Ren, obviously, we get a lot of anyway. Shuing. I think you find the way that they've structured this, getting Shuing in that first Shenmue 2 episode, it makes that character in your head more, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, she makes
I'm trying to think of this from we know it from the games, but from an anime watcher, if she was only in for 2 episodes, she's a throwaway character, isn't she? In a sense.
Yeah, definitely.
Now she's in. At least she's going to be in at least 4.
Yeah, and also bear in mind as well, she does appear in Kowloon again, where Ryo gets taken out by Dol Neo when he finds Yuandazu. She saves him. So I just think you're placing more of an importance on her by having her earlier on. It makes narratively it makes sense to do that.
Because they know that they're going to see her again, in a Shenmue 4 or 5, aren't we? Everyone knows Xiuming's going to be back, so she needs to have, I think, the extra episode from last week to flesh her out even more.
And you've already had her thinking back to her brother. That's quite early, because bearing in mind that happens when Ryo walks in on her, doesn't it? You see the photographs. So we're going to get that scene, for example, where you see the photo.
Oh, they've teased it, haven't they, really?
And how are they going to play that?
They showed it twice, but it was the same thing twice, so they're not they're just causing a bit of intrigue there, aren't they? Because we know it's Simming, those legs. I'm assuming.
Yeah. I think they're obviously going to expand on it next episode. They've obviously put that in there, especially for non Shenmue fans, just to sort of plant that seed of where they're going with that. We obviously know where they're going to go with it. So
who's saying he didn't see the barbershop guy,
and they're all real Yellowhead members. Okay, that's cool.
When you say all our real Yellowhead members, is that like? I felt like I didn't recognise any of them. Are they anime characters they've made, or are they supposed to be?
I think a couple of
people from Kowloon.
A couple of
Did you recognise?
Looked like models from the games. I'd have to sit and look at them properly, but I'm sure Spags was talking about it in the chat that there was a couple that looked. Excuse me, that looked.
Where are you recognising them from? Them like.
From the Yellowheads, like from the thugs, the Yellowheads in Kowloon that you beat up as you go.
Okay. Like actually in the.
I think in the Yellowhead raid
going
itself,
up the floors.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. It's a big one from Hannah. Dislike seeing Ren so early. It's a shocker shot. Because of the thrill of the reveal in the games, but can see why they did that. Like the relationship with Joy, and that passing in the street ship was cool, and hyped Ren as something else than another Terry. Okay.
Yeah.
Also love how Joy low-key calls Ren a knucklehead, as in all knuckleheads in Hong Kong gravitate towards Rio.
Yes, they're sort of setting that up, aren't they? Setting that idea up. They're going to cross paths. And someone mentioned it. I can't remember who it was in chat. Was saying, is Ren going to try and like knife Rio like he does in the games, or are they going to do something different?
Seems like he might just bump into him now, and I don't know, because like you say previously, it's Rio trying to hunt him down, and to see Ren you need $500 or whatever, whereas in this it's like Ren's hunting to find Rio. So
spitballing an idea here then, assuming we have 2 more episodes in Hong Kong, just for argument's sake, you do the rest of the Wude. I think where Zhang gets kidnapped, what's to say that Ren doesn't pop up at that point, and you basically cut out all of that hunting Ren arc, and Zhang says he's the one to say go to Kowloon, then you do counter elbow assault, etc., and then you go. Could that work?
Technically. I mean it's showing that sorts Yuan out as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, because she takes out the thugs behind him.
So that'd be interesting. I can't imagine them all meeting together, Ren, Xiuming, and all that sort of stuff.
I don't know how they're going to play it, because that whole finding Ren stuff is what, an hour in the game roughly, hour and a half, because you have to go to find Beverly Hills Wharf. You find out about Warehouse 8 where they hang around. You get beaten up. You get out of Beverly Hills Wharf, do the $500, get mugged, steal that money and have that fight. You do the chase of Cool Z, Sam and Larry because Ren legs it, and then you go over to Lucky Plaza, don't you?
Yeah. which is quite an iconic thing, I think. But then it depends. Now they've switched it up that Ren's hunting Ryo. You know that he's chasing him, Lucky Plaza, and they jump off onto the roof of that vehicle, and then the mirror falls out. That's how Ren learns about the mirror. Yeah, passing Ren in the streets was cool seeing Richard. Agreed. I like how they did that.
I'm gonna pull Joe
Joseph says all the yellow head members are in the White Dynasty QT. Okay.
He sent me an image, so I'll sling it up on
okay.
the screen.
Nice one, Joe.
So bear with me while I just get this saved and to my desktop, and I'll pop it up. Come on, computer.
Fine, waffle. I would like to see Dalin.
We might do still. We might do.
Need that brawling uppercut, man.
Let me just pull that down. Where's my file viewer? There it is. Sorry, just getting there. So. Oh no.
Frankie's happy. She's had Fang Mei.
Yeah. So I'm just pulling this up now. Hopefully it works okay. It might take a second. There we go. So these are the yellow heads. Joe Kitchen just sent me all of these. These are the yellow heads that he spotted. Just popped up on the screen.
Okay, that works out well. I'm assuming Joe's butchered this together as he have.
And then he got it ready, yeah.
That's awesome.
So that's all the ones that we've come across in today's episode.
There you go, Matt. Get that, if we're allowed to, get that and shot from the anime and do that comparison.
do it live.
That game anime.
It's really good though. Like
that's awesome.
That's awesome, man.
So
Thanks,
they just
Joe.
some of the clothes are a bit different. Okay, so that guy on the far right I recognise now because of the beard thing and the blue shirt. The guy in the middle, did we see just in the anime?
I'm sure we did. Yeah, I'm sure we did.
Isn't that guy in the middle one of Ren's men?
Right, anyway, I'm going to pull this. Pull this down anyway.
Yeah, I've seen them like this. They all look familiar. Like that second one on the right with the blue shirt. I think he's one that's knobbing around during the hind blow scene, I feel like.
Yeah, I think so.
Those left three don't look that familiar to me, to be honest.
That left,
Yes.
the middle one with
Spikes.
the vest. I'm sure he's one of Yuan's men that gets taken out by Zhuing at the end of that QTE sequence.
And Mike Spag says he's also in Mammo Park.
Yeah.
That guy. Is he the one where you get the come over guest house? Say go to Mammo Park at 8 p.m.
And they jump in there, don't they? Brilliant. Thanks, Joe,
Interesting.
for chucking that together for us on the quick. Much appreciated. Good talking point, that.
Yeah, defo.
Let's get that taken down off my screen.
Is the guy in the blue top from the Yellowhead on the floor that has the flashing lights? Possibly. They probably keep repeating them throughout. Wonder if we're gonna get that scene actually. The the Mammo Park fight thing.
Oh, Joe, you absolute legend. He's rigged up a comparison from the anime. I'm going to pull this up so you can see them both.
Awesome, man.
I might borrow this if that's
good,
alright.
good,
Stick
good
it
use
up
of your
on social media.
Just...
I'll credit you.
Yeah, man. Saying it's a good use of your tools, like this, Joe.
But it is, isn't it?
Because there's a lot of characters there that aren't really that recognisable.
So, just for, I'm going to pull up the game one again, just for a reminder for everybody. So this is the game one. It should be popping on your screen now. There we are. Okay.
Yep.
We're all good with that. And then I'll just pull up the other one, so just bear with me a second. I have to zoom in a little bit on it. And this is the anime.
Perfect.
Fucking perfect.
Yeah. When you see him like that, I mean, the guy in the middle doesn't quite look the same, but you can tell what they were going for.
But yeah, like that is...
far right one. Yeah.
That's a hell of a job. Like, attention to detail there, that is a hell of a job.
Considering they don't really need to do that.
No.
They've definitely like picked out particular characters to do that, yeah.
Right,
yeah, so clothes are the same, yeah, definitely.
Just pull that down again. I'm going to quickly stick it in Photoshop, see if I can put up a actual image of it.
Yeah, tweet it out while we're live. But yeah, I agree, Hannah, as well. Definitely need the chasing the Ren off the building, bamboo scaffolding scene. It's just how they work that in, from what we've just said. Rio, if Ren's looking for Rio, are we going to get that chase?
I hope so.
What prompts that chase? Just that he's swindled him out of 500 yen and he's chucking the bag in the air, innit?
Yeah, they nick the money, don't they, from Yuan.
So that's what I'm not sure how they're going to do that, because if Ren's meeting Rio or wants to meet Rio, why would he demand 500 yen off him?
I'm making a very quick Photoshop while live on stream. I think it will show the point. Oh, I've got some more images there as well. Thanks, Joe. I'll pull those up in a minute, I think, while I sort this out. It'll take me 2 seconds, and then... So glad I made templates for this sort of stuff. Makes my life...
Guy middle right through is the watermelon.
So... Just have to bear with a little bit, because I probably cut one guy off a tiny bit. I'm not going to get away with it. Hang on, if I just pull this in a touch. I'm just exporting the image now. It won't come up like full screen because this is the socials bit, but just for everybody who's...
Yeah, that's not the real one, but Saddam Hussein just followed me on Twitter.
I'd be impressed if it was the real one. Well, I wouldn't, but you know what I mean.
What, are you pumping this out on Twitter?
I will in a bit. I'm just going to put it on our screen first.
Oh, I got you.
Let me just close down some windows because I've got too many open. Again, it's always the way on stream. You've got about 10 windows open at the same time. That's the wrong hard drive as well. Comparison shots.
Joe, I spent only 5 hours on this.
Right, so here is the comparison. Oh, wrong one. Sorry. That's quite a good comparison there as well, actually, that I made earlier.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Wrong one, but yeah, you get the idea. This one. This is the one I was going for. So there you go, like all together.
Oh, banging.
That, yeah, spot on.
The watermelon one, is that the one with the waistcoat on, Joe? I think it is, isn't it?
That is beautiful.
The one.
Thanks, Joe. Thanks for chucking those images across. I will chuck that out on social media in a little bit and give you credit if you had sling me. I don't know if you've got Twitter, have you, Joe? I don't know if you have, just stick your handle in here and I'll make sure you get the credit for the images. Yeah, hey, Only One Nights, how's it going, bud?
Different arm position for the middle guy. Cancel the anime. Yeah, but Joe, that doesn't happen in the game. Joe's like placed all those characters in a room, which is pretty cool.
Now I'm really impressed with that because, as we were saying, like they don't have to do this shit, but they do.
Yeah.
It's really impressive. Like I'm genuinely really like taken aback by how well detailed that is. Absolutely mental. I'm really impressed.